The sandstorm is raging outside the windows. The family is kind of restless as they're finished with their food. Their napkins are folded up on their table. They're ready to go, but the sandstorm continues to rage. And you're all sitting around the table as your friend Braggy, Declan, the dwarf with the lightning tattoos, he says, well, what do you think? You think we should use these guys for some, I don't know, we could use some muscle, couldn't we, Declan? Look at us. I'm the only one that's got any muscles between the two of us.
First off, the only muscle you have is your gut.
He laughs and downs the rest of his beer
Oh,
and slams it on the table.
rude as fuck.
Just how we talk. It's just how we talk. We can bring him. I guess.
Well,
but only if it'll add a little more flair to the fun.
I think it will. And Braggy looks around at the group of you. He kind of rubs his hands together, and as he does, some sparks fly between his fingers. And he says, so, what are your talents? What do y'all do?
Mm.
I like to arm wrestle a lot.
I'm
You guys
still
didn't tell me
invisible,
I
right?
My talents include being deceitful and boobs.
Well,
Many talents.
Good talent.
Many talents.
I like both of those
Many
talents.
talents. Many talents.
I like both of those
At
talents.
least two.
Wait,
Yeah.
could you repeat that again? What were your talents again?
That door just opened on its own?
Oh, this got really awkward, didn't it? Anyone else feeling a little uncomfortable right now? Because I'm feeling quite uncomfortable, let me just say.
Hold on. What did you say your talents were again?
I think she said boobs and something else. All I caught was boobs. I'm going to be honest. I tuned out.
She's very charismatic.
I was
She can
really
talk to
paying
people
attention to
quite
anything.
well.
Declan goes over close to her, looks her in the face, looks down. No, those don't look deceitful to me at all.
Braggy
Oh,
pats you
man.
on the back and he says,
Yeah.
so true, bestie. So true.
I order another beer.
Another
I
beer
need
for
this.
you, you say?
I put on like these
please.
little.
Jenkins quickly pours another beer for you, Kithrak, and slides it down the bar at you. And he says, that'll be 1 silver piece, please. Excuse me. And he kind of like shakes his head a little bit and he says, 1 gold piece. 1 credit, please.
I believe the lizard folk were covering the tab. I think we already covered that.
Jenkins kind of scratches his head a little bit. Of course. How long are you all planning
Who's
on
like right
staying?
next to me? Who's right next to me?
Nobody. You're just at the bar by
Oh.
yourself, chilling.
Sad.
Do you have somebody you want to be next to you?
I mean,
No, I was just curious because, like, out of context, like, doesn't this place take credits?
yeah,
Mhm.
like Jenkins is
That's what
glitching.
Yeah, he's
It's
bugging.
glitching.
Yeah.
I'm still invisible, right? Is that
You are.
still okay? Just making sure.
And Kithrak, go ahead and roll me a perception check. Make sure everyone's in roll 20. If you're not in roll 20 yet, make sure you're in there.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. With a 20 perception, you see that Jenkins does have a bit of a jerkiness to his motions that's a bit different. And his eyes are a slightly different shade of blue. They're kind of like a darkerish color instead of the light blue that they were before. And he's just acting a bit stranger than you
Sus.
remember. Yeah, a bit sus. He just got caught venting.
More sus than he's been?
So I think I'm gonna go talk to somebody about this because this ain't good. I don't
He did ask you a question. I'm not sure if you heard it.
What did he ask again?
He said, how long do you folks think you're going to be staying?
It's up in the air right now. I don't know.
You
have to
said
talk
you
to the
wanted
crew.
rooms, right?
I think so. I have to go talk to the crew.
Well, okay, no problem. I'll wait
cover
right here.
Jenkins.
And he kind of tips his hat.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. See Thank you.
You
how
welcome.
much am I supposed to pay him? He kept saying different shit.
He said a credit.
You
was the
have
last
no
thing he said.
money.
I know. Well, I don't have credits, but I have other shit. Not a
Oh.
lot of it, but
Well,
how about I just put
gold
a silver
pieces?
on the table and say, hey, you said it was a silver? Thank you, and then walk away before he can stop me.
He takes the silver piece and slides it down the bar ominously, very slowly, just staring at you the whole time.
I'm gonna like awkwardly shuffle back to the boys and raise my eyebrows and clear my guys.
Yes, good throck.
Our boy Robo guy acting kind of weird over there. His eyes changed color, and he tried to ask me to pay silver or gold for my drink. That's not normal.
I knew it.
That's not normal.
I think any further conversations of jobs and how much you're going to be paying us should be probably taken in private from here on out.
Or we
Yeah, I
should
think
just
we
go.
should,
Or we should go.
I think we should find a new place to chit chat.
Well, there's kind of a massive sandstorm happening out there. Braggy kind of walks over to the window and slides the curtain to the side, and he says, "This thing's going to be lasting probably the next couple hours, at least."
Do you guys normally stay here?
Declan, yes, you do normally stay here. Braggy's nodding.
Okay.
Do you
Where will we
have
stay?
you guys ever seen his eyes change color like that? I'm asking the boys.
Yeah, Declan, you have not seen his eyes change in this kind of weird kind of way. You're noticing it now. They are a slightly darker blue.
You know, now that I think of it, I've never seen his eyes change. Usually the only eyes that change in here are mine and Braggy's. What a wonderful time.
I don't get it.
Oh, maybe we should go up to your room then, Declan.
Fine. Braggy, you want to lead the way?
Sure, yeah, we can go up to the room, no problem. He slides his chair back, looks at the empty beer glasses on the table that he's got left over, and picks them up each by their handle, places them on the table next to the lizard folk like Declan did, turns away, turns back, grabs one of the mugs, tips it upside down, and a few more drops land in his mouth. And he slams it on the table next to
Hey,
the
I
lizard
can't
folks
hear
and whistles.
anything on the Discord call. I don't know what that's about though. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah,
I guess it doesn't help.
Yeah, we can hear you. You can't hear us on the Discord call? Because I'm talking in Zoom right now.
Pause champ.
How about now? Can you hear me
Yeah.
now?
We can't hear you now. Oh, she can't hear. I don't know why I'm talking.
You're muted, Jasmine. If you were saying something to me.
Yeah, I can just see that it says RTC connecting, and that's all that I'm seeing. I could exit and come back again.
Yeah, try it.
Okay.
I've seen that before. I don't know why it happens though.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. Thanks for being patient, everybody. No good here, huh?
Did you hear any of that? I know Jade the Bard's speaking, but I can't hear shit.
Oh, what?
He was playing a song and you couldn't
I
hear
don't-
it.
RTC
check
connecting
your
Discord.
internet connection, maybe?
I just connected to Ethernet, so that should be
Can you
fine.
set a different server region on Discord?
It's ghosts, man.
Sure.
Maybe set a different server region on Discord.
My headset's
so
bugging out.
I could do that.
in the settings.
Did you see that?
Where's the server settings?
Go set out a book. Go set out a book. See if it writes.
I think Commander has to
Is
change
there a
the server
spirit
settings.
here?
I'm a diamond tier ghost hunter, so
I freaking
you wouldn't
love
know anything about that.
I love Phasmophobia.
That is hella
Oh
weird.
my god, me too. I'm so good
not
at it.
sure.
Too.
I'm not. I'm just
I wish
kidding.
it was. I wish it was more fun to play in VR.
Wem,
It's
try
just hard to
unmuting
play.
in Zoom Wem and talk in there. Let's see how you sound.
You stop yelling at me.
Hey.
Hello?
Yeah,
Is that-
no,
oh,
it's shit.
Hmm.
No, it's fine. What do you mean? Like-
I hear
You
Rice
sound
Krispies in
hella
the call.
crunchy, ma'am.
yeah.
Rice Krispies in the
Crunchy as
call.
hell.
He made
It's
it
fucking weird
made
as shit,
sure.
though.
in the Zoom.
Did you close all the way out of Discord? Like all the way out, all the way out?
Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, I can do that.
Try closing all the way out of Discord and reopening it.
You can hit Control R to reload everything.
You can also do Control R to reload everything.
Okay.
Bro, that was what I said. That was my idea.
Oh, she can't hear your ideas because
Fucking
That's super random because it was literally just working.
Yeah.
yeah. I don't
What does
know.
RTC connection mean?
It's just like a weird server issue. I don't know. She can't hear me, can she? Fuck.
Mm-mm.
No.
You just gotta mute and Zoom if you want to talk to her.
It's a weird server connecting issue that you can have with Discord. I don't know what makes it happen, but it's lame.
Yeah, that is hella lame.
Commander, what's the Discord server?
Is there any
I
solution?
don't know. How do you check that? Server settings?
Click on the drop down arrow next to content creator DD.
Fuck you, Discord.
Server settings.
I think my Discord's just glitching, so I can just
Could do
try
a
to
call
open it up and just
instead.
stop.
Yeah, we could try call.
I don't
Is
know if
that
that'll.
Skype?
I don't know if that'll fix it. I mean, we could
Oh,
obviously
really?
try, but
We could do Skype.
we could do Skype. We could do TeamSpeak.
Ventrilo.
We do MySpace.
Say vent.
Oh my god, I'll put you all in my top 5.
We could let's just open up like an AIM text chat, and we'll just like role play out in the chat.
Text us.
Oh my God,
You know that
I miss-
exists, right?
Hold on a
Hey.
second now.
I
All I
miss
gotta say is
AOL.
You
Oh,
could still
God.
do that.
Okay, so
Hey,
try closing all the way out of Discord, Jasmine.
ASL?
All the way
Yeah.
out, all the way out. Like
Just did.
the whole thing.
Or just get up and we'll act out what we're doing,
Still
and
says
we'll
you're
try
in
to
the
pretend
thing.
like we know what's happening.
When you click
Motherfucker.
Better.
We should all
minimize it
cosplay as our
when you click the
characters.
X. So
Oh,
you
yeah,
might
I
need
just-
to-
I'm not a furry.
So I left the app and I'm going on
But
the
you could
desktop
be.
version, and
You
I'm
could
hoping that'll
be.
help fix it
Would not be.
to some extent.
We're just like, you know,
I like this.
Jimmy, just
Uh-huh.
like put whiskers like on like just like draw the whiskers.
Fuck
on.
yes,
just
okay,
draw,
it's
like
cool.
the black
We're chilling.
whiskers on.
you
We're
can
chill-
have a onesie,
So
like a
perfect.
literally
You-
just a onesie.
You have long hair. You can make that like look like your mane, and then like you can
This
just
is
put-
my main.
You could do it like the
So
like
you
the,
got
like
it.
the cowardly
Perfect.
lion from Wizard
I'm
of
not
Oz.
cowardly.
Jasmine,
Or
okay.
you
No,
could
but
be-
you could curl it like that.
Ching.
Though.
Jasmine.
No, what's that one guy from that cat, that one, that superhero?
Thanks for being patient, chat.
He-Man, Lion Man. I don't know.
No,
Lion-O?
You
the
guys ready?
cat
Come on.
people.
You talk Thundercat,
Thundercats.
Thundercats. What's his name? Linus.
Lion-O.
Lino. There you go.
Linus Tech Tips. I'll cosplay as Linus.
You
Okay.
should.
I think we're all good now.
All right. Sounds
I
good.
think
Okay.
we're chilling. We're chilling.
All right. Sounds good. Perfect.
I've been waiting to make a mommy milkers joke for like 20 minutes.
All right. You
We
just
should
made
do it though. Honestly, let's do it.
Call Linus.
So we are in the country. A lot of cows out here. All right. So
Moo.
Moo.
all right. So with that, let's keep it going because we want to make sure we got enough time to get through stuff. So with that. I'm sorry.
Professional stream, by the way.
Professional stream, by the way. I'm so
Oh,
glad I stopped
God.
turning this into a podcast. That was such a bad idea.
No, Commander, come on, man. Marcel. Like, can you imagine how funny all of us would be together?
Can you check your microphone in Discord?
Die.
Oh yeah, check
Every single day.
which one you've got.
Yeah,
Picked out.
it's very fanny. That's the best way to describe it.
Like a
I
butt?
think it might be on the wrong. I think it might be on her. Are you
Your
using a laptop?
microphone is fanny.
Yes, I am, but fuck, man. I'm probably just gonna say fuck it and get myself a new mic literally after the stream is over. Not gonna lie.
Is it set to the mic?
I
mic
don't
do you
have a
have it
mic
set in?
connected, mostly
Oh, you
because.
just,
Oh,
you
okay,
just have
okay.
that. It's the
good
same one from
questions.
before. It sounds like to me.
Okay.
It just it's not perfect, but it's all right. No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry. Next time.
Lets us know
We'll
your
figure it out.
computer's alive.
Yeah, that's good.
Yay.
Still
Fungal
weak.
tick. You better not clip this and turn it into a meme compilation of technical issues. I'll be pissed.
Why not?
Please don't clip this and turn it into a meme compilation.
Make
Please
it go
don't.
viral. Like,
God,
And
it
make
would
it
be
viral
so
and post it
awful.
on Reddit and get
awful.
1,000
Please
upvotes.
So
don't.
bad.
That
Oh
would be so awful.
no! Please don't.
Okay,
Chasers,
Please don't make us
let's
famous.
get back to
Like-
D&D, guys.
like,
Are
like
you
that would
having
be
a great
awesome.
time?
What are you guys talking about?
You guys ready? Let's get this thing going. All right. So, other stuff. So, Nara, you're invisible still, and Solus is right inside the door, just kind of like laying like right next to the door. And as you guys are discussing and talking about the sandstorm and about to head up the stairs, you looking. What's that noise?
Bunny, can you go to push to talk?
God damn it. Okay. I'm just gonna fucking. God damn it. Wisdom here.
There you go. No
That
worries.
works too.
No worries. We'll get it figured out. It's really not that big a deal. This, it's really not that big a deal. All right. So, as you guys are about to head up the stairs, Jenkins says, "Well, you haven't paid for a room yet. Where are you guys headed?"
And that's when I do this. But going to my room, you idiot!
You throw the bottle cap ting, off of his forehead. Declan, roll me a perception check. Actually, everybody roll me a perception check.
I am perceiving.
You're muted, Nar. I think, maybe. I don't know. Okay. Perceive right now. Zim with a 24, Pox with a 3.
Hey,
Defrag
they even
with a
got rocks
12,
in here.
Declan with an
Rocks in the
18.
ground.
My eyes are open.
Pebbles. Some
All
gravel.
right. Let's see. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. Who we missing? We're missing.
We're missing Jasmine
1, 2, 3,
and
4.
Whip.
Okay, Nara. Okay. Nara's perception's pretty
I got
good,
a
so we're gonna
5.
wait for that one. Okay. All right. Sounds good. So, with those rolls, I think the only person who sees this is Zim. Zim, as you watch the bottle cap bounce off of this robot's forehead, you notice before his eyes were like a solid LED kind of cyan blue. But now you notice they're kind of, like I said, they're like kind of this darker blue. And you notice that they have pupils in them now. And the pupils kind of like follow the bottle cap as it gets close to his head and bounces off his head. And then those pupils continue to follow the bottle cap as it lands on the floor. And then they turn back to you guys, and he kind of tilts his head. They look very human-like, or very, very living creature-like as they move around in his head.
Jenkins, you feeling all right?
Of course.
Jenkins, what's the meaning of life?
What's that?
He tilts his head. I assure you, I do not know.
That's the wrong answer. The answer's 42. Everyone knows that.
Everyone, literally.
Oh,
Fuck
well,
Jenkins. Fuck you for not knowing any Fuck you for not knowing any fucking Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy lore. Fuck you. Fake ass GoBot. Isaac Asimov, your ass out of here, bitch.
Wow, that was really mean. Jenkins, we're going to go upstairs and talk with your lovely bard. We'll be back down, in which case we will procure our own rooms. We're just talking business, more private.
well, don't be long, or else I'll have to come up and charge you.
Fuck you, Jenkins. Fuck you.
We don't
You've never heard Jenkins laugh before.
I
Declan,
open up my
you've never
pocket.
heard
Oh, I open up my pocket. I pull out a couple of bottle caps. I give a couple to Kethrak. Look at Kethrak and say, nod at him. You know what to do.
Clink.
Both of the bottle caps bounce off his head. This time he continues to stare at the bottle caps as they land on the floor, and Jenkins bends down and picks up the bottle caps with his index and his thumb finger, and drops them in the jar that's got the hundreds of bottle caps.
Anyways, I say we go upstairs quite quickly now.
Yep. I start shuffling upstairs.
Okay.
Beep boop, beep boop.
All right. The family continues to kind of discuss back and forth about the sandstorm as you guys head up the stairs, and the lizard folk seem completely knocked out. So you head up the stairs. Declan and Braggy, you both head towards your room, which is kind of at the back of a long wooden hallway. And as you approach your door, Braggy waves his old western-looking key in front of the door. It looks like an old western iron key, but he waves it in front of the door, and the door slides open automatically. And you guys walk into the room. It's not super big. It's got a bunk bed that you and Braggy sleep on, Declan, but fitting everybody else in here is pretty rough. Solus, for example, would need to probably wait in the hall outside the door.
Nora, can you have Solus let us know if anyone comes up the stairs?
Who? She's not here at the moment. I'm invisible.
I can speak telepathically.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait,
Sure.
who are you speaking to?
Nara, because we were talking beforehand with me
Oh,
telepathically
yeah.
talking to her.
Zim, get out of my head. What are you?
Okay. So, yeah, you're able to communicate still because you have that connection still. But Solus does wait outside the door as you all go in.
Is there a window in this room?
There is.
And then this is on the second floor, I take it?
Yes. Correct.
So, my thing is, there's something wrong with your robot friend downstairs. I don't know what. I want to take this window and leave and not be here. Is there any other houses we could stay at?
Declan, there are places you can go. There are locals that you could ask for help. But you in particular are probably not the most well-liked person around here. Like, you're not like evil or anything, and like it's not like people would like hurt you or attack you, but they'd probably just shut the door in your face.
There are a couple people in town, but I don't think they would be very warm to seeing me with a bunch of strangers. In fact, they might be more welcoming to strangers than me. I may have a little bit of a rough reputation.
An anger issue?
Not so much anger. I like shiny things, for one. And aside from shiny things and drinking, I seem to also have a taste for
Bofa.
husbands' wives.
Oh, these?
Husbands and wives.
Well, mostly the wives, but sometimes the husbands.
Oh,
If there's enough alcohol.
Braggy walks up behind Zim and Isabella, and he puts his arm around both of you guys and kind of brings you close, and he kind of brings you guys close together. And Zim, you kind of tense up as he puts his arm around you because he's just kind of he smells like alcohol, and he's breathing it kind of in your face. His beard's kind of scraping against your cheek a little bit as he says to you both, We're the fun locals. And he kind of like pats you guys on the shoulder a little bit, and he says, but we're also the best gamblers in town, and that doesn't usually go over well.
That makes sense. Anyways, about the job that you wanted to do, you asked us strengths. There's functionally nothing we can't do. I guess I should say that. If you need to get into high places, we can do that. If you need us to go invisible, we can do that. If you need someone to pick open locks, because we're a locksmith. Some of us have locksmithing backgrounds. Can do that.
I'm a good arm
magic.
wrestler.
Wait a minute. Did you say that you can go invisible?
I mean, we have the ability to go invisible.
Is your friend in this room, the one that left earlier? Has she been here the entire time?
I don't know.
Nara,
she
where
could
are you?
be-
Are you in the room or
she
do you want to be
might
outside
be.
it?
In this very
I'll
room.
be in it. I'll be in it.
Okay. Braggy says, "Wait, huh? What are you, Declan? What are you?
You don't remember? I asked you
Oh
earlier
shit!
where the friend went. Remember?
You're
I asked you.
right. You did ask me that.
Anyways, continuing on with skill sets, we can turn into monsters. We eat people occasionally.
I'm
Anything
sorry.
else?
What?
Physically and emotionally.
I'll become uninvisible, I guess. I just wanted to see what they were saying earlier.
Okay. So Nara reappears and Braggy kind of takes a step back and drunkenly kind of falls on his ass.
Oh.
How does that
She
look?
was invisible. Look at that.
How does it look when she reappears?
How do you want it to look, Nara? Do you want to like reappear like a pop, or
You
do you want
know,
it
just
to
like a badass.
so kind of like slowly unveiling yourself like you were wearing a cloak of invisibility?
You know what? That's pretty cool. Yeah, let's go with that.
Okay. So it's like
Yeah.
from top to bottom, kind of uninvisible
Shimmers.
appearance.
Oh, shimmers. That sounds fancy.
Mm-hmm. So as you reappear, Braggy, like I said, he kind of falls on his ass. A little bit of sparks kind of shoot off the walls as he lands on the ground, and he scratches his head and then combs his beard a little bit, and he says, "Well, the train's gonna be here in 12 hours from now or so. It's midday train, kind of out in the open, but could be worth quite a bit of credits for y'all. And well, it's heading straight towards Drudgemore. Didn't you say that's where you were headed?
Yes, we are headed towards Drudgemore.
Could be a way to get you there a bit quicker.
Okay, I like this. How much credits are we talking about?
I couldn't tell you. Depends on if we're trying to ransack the whole train or get in, get out without getting caught.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean, if we were to use it to get to Drudgemore, we'd probably not want to get caught, right?
Well, it depends on how tough y'all think you are. It's gonna have security on it, and
Oh, we're pretty
from
tough.
the looks of, and he kind of looks out the window of the saloon you're in, and he points down at your horses and your cart, which is parked like right next to the saloon. Says, from the looks of it, you guys have got some supplies on you, and
Yeah.
what do I see there? Do I see a little robot leg sticking out of there? He points to your supplies. He says, you probably faced a few of them robots before, so imagine they're probably going to be similar types of enemies on this thing.
Okay, well,
He
that's
doesn't like to
not a
do
big
anything
deal.
himself, and when he can, he uses them robots because they're pretty mindless, and they don't need to eat, sleep, or turn on him.
Fair. How would we do the cut? Equal?
I'd say so, sure. Well, I think me and Declan, we did come up with the plan, wouldn't you say, Declan? I mean, it is
Yes,
our
we did.
kind of our train.
We also told them about the plan, so there's that in mind too.
We've done this a couple times before, and never with this many people, but more than willing to give you part of what we normally earn from it. Y'all can probably outnumber us, so you don't need to worry about us turning on you.
That's true.
Not to mention, I don't want to get in a tussle with that thing. And he points out the door, the kind of cracked door to Solus laying in the hall.
Yeah, for sure. He's tough.
Yeah, not trying to wrestle that thing. I feel like I could take maybe one of y'all's out, but
That's debatable.
he kind of laughs a little bit, and he says, "I like you. You're spunky."
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so true.
The sandstorm's not going to die down for a bit, and well, from there we can just talk about the plan then, if you guys are in. But if you're not in, we're not going to talk about the plan.
I think we're good if we're doing equal splits. I don't see any reason why.
Let's do it, baby. Fuck it up, fuck it up.
What say the rest of y'all? Y'all just going to sit there and be silent like ducks on a log?
I'm in.
What about that robot?
I mean, I guess. I just feel like your plan. And we just have to hear the plan.
Okay. How about this? I'll tell you the plan, and then you tell me if you're in. And then
That
burps
sounds fair.
drunkily. He
That
burps
sounds
drunkily.
Deal as hell.
Okay. All right, here's the plan. We ride up on horses next to the train as it rolls through town. We've done this a few times before. Our horses are
Is there a
trained.
bathroom in your room?
There's not. There's one down the hall though.
Can I?
Yeah.
All right.
Careful for one of the lizard people.
I'll leave the door open so I can hear you.
All right, so Braggy continues. He says, we ride the horses next to the train, and the train usually moves pretty quick, but if you're willing to take a leap, you can leap onto one of the open cargo cars, which is near the rear, but it's a short window to get on. And once you get on, all the good shit's near the front of the train. So there's a couple ways to go through. We can go through the cars, or we can go on top of the train. Train runs through a few tunnels, though, so it's a bit more dangerous to go on top of the train. That said, much more likely to get caught if you're inside the train. So, with a lot of us, I'm willing to go with y'all's, since y'all outnumber us, I'm willing to go with y'all's decision on this one. But, he cracks his knuckles and a few little thunderclaps happen, and he says, no matter what, we're going to be getting into a fight because they're going to have guards on all the good cargo cars. So we're going to need to take out each guard at least.
Reinforcements, is that an issue?
Reinforcements of people showing up to the train?
Yeah.
Unlikely, but could happen.
I don't know if it's a well thought out plan. I mean, if you're riding next to a train, they're going to see you coming, you know? How about, it would be cool if we used to know someone. Can you make a bomb and plant the bomb and then boom when it's passing over,
I mean, we could blow up the train, but that's going to cause a lot of rippling problems if we blow it up. We're not trying to blow it up.
Sounds very loud.
That does sound very loud, but I have a feeling the robot guy down there probably already knows we're here, so, I
mean,
see, that's something
possible.
we can use.
What'd you say, Declan?
Well, that's the thing. They know that they're here, but they don't know that they're in with us.
But we were just seen talking to you.
Yes, but not necessarily. I do have a bad reputation, and usually everyone who comes up to my room just ends up leaving angry and screams.
That is
that.
not a great reputation.
Whoa! Back it up. Back it all the way the fuck up. What? Wait a minute.
It's just disappointment. It's not like anything like what
It's
you're-
not disappointment. Why would you say that
It's
to that?
Disappointment.
It's
Wow.
disappointment.
Wow.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
like, this is some pretty weird lore that we're starting up.
Oh, is
I
it
don't
like
know
the
if I'm
ladies that
100%
leave are
The
yelling?
ladies. I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh shoot,
I don't
that's,
think he was implying anything sexual.
that's a bummer.
I'm not
No.
gonna lie. I think your mind's just jumping
No,
in the
no,
fucking
because
gutter right now.
he said he gets with the wives and but
Yeah,
know.
This
that-
isn't.
You think I bring them back to my room?
Oh God, I don't know.
we don't-
Man,
We don't know what you do,
I don't know
but
you like that.
Braggy said that we are gamblers. I was trying to say that people come up, we gamble.
We're just
Braggy,
joking. We're
Braggy
just joking.
drunkily burps and he goes, "Oh."
I got an idea.
getting lucky, gambling, same thing, right?
I got a plan. I thought about it on the
Okay.
way to the washroom.
What?
Let's hear it.
We get a hold of one of the guards' radios. We mimic one of their voices to lure all units to the caboose of the train. And then when they're all there, we give them the old switcheroo, right? Unhook the last car from the train. No boom boom. All quiet like. You just pull the pins, okay? All the guards are locked up, safe and sound in their own cart all the way in the back of the train. And we're flying 80 kilometers an hour the other direction.
Just gotta have faith. I agree. You just gotta have faith.
That could
Faith.
work.
Agreed.
The problem is neither me nor Declan is that good at impersonating voices like that, and the other problem
Do you know?
is,
I know somebody who is, though. I know
that's
someone
good.
who is.
Well, that's good. That's a start. The other thing is, Bunny, would you mind muting on?
Oh shit, my bad.
You good?
I'm
Sounds
trying
like the
to
train.
figure out why it keeps making those noises right now.
It's good. It's just the fan. We can hear the fan of your computer is all. All right. So he says we don't know how to impersonate voices that well. I mean, robot voices. We can impersonate other people's voices, all right, but robot voices ain't quite as good. But y'all apparently are pretty good at that, so that's off that list, and I think it could work. But the other thing is unhooking the car is going to take some finesse. So, I mean, it's going to be a short window, and someone's got to be either in the car or on top of the car or underneath the car to be able to get to the attachment. But if someone's willing to do that, then
Nara can cloak a group of us on top of that car. And then the moment everybody's in there, we'll lock the doors. We'll just we'll
Nara
lock
can
the
make
doors.
There's a
one
limit
person
to
or
how many people can
up to
she?
2 people, I
Can
think.
be. It's only up to 2 under that shroud.
Yeah.
Okay, but
She
like,
doesn't
isn't
actually
there
have
a
a shroud.
coupling in between the cars? You can just, you know.
With enough. Yeah, I know. I think I know a guy who could do enough damage. 'Cause he's raging, right, Kithrak? Elbow bump.
I like the way this sounds.
Someone with muscles like yours.
I
coming
need a.
down.
Yeah, I
Just
need
an arm
to
wrestle.
redeem myself after that obviously rigged arm wrestle. I can understand why people always get mad at you now with you know, rigging all the stuff that you're doing.
Kithrak, you ever arm wrestle with a train?
I'm not sore, and yeah, I'm a loser, but not for long.
Don't say
You
that
ready to
about
arm wrestle
yourself,
with a
the
train?
crack.
I'm gonna arm wrestle the train.
Question, just for does Declan know like with the train? So this is just a guarded like armored train, right? This is not like no civilians whatsoever.
Correct. There would be no travelers or civilians on it.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah, they wouldn't risk that with the stuff that they're transporting through this area.
I feel like we could just kill the robots real quick and get everything off.
Why don't we blow up the last cart if you want to get the experience?
Why do we want to blow things up?
I mean, why don't
would
we?
blow
blow
up
things
with-
up?
Why
If,
don't
well, I
we?
mean, if
Okay,
all the guards
what
are
do
in the
we-
last, if you really want to
besides-
kill all the guards, then we can blow up the last cart.
We only
Yeah.
have one explosive, first of all, and that should be kind of like in an emergency situation, shouldn't it?
I guess. I mean, there are more than one way to blow up.
We're
things,
efficient.
so-
We could just be efficient. You know what I mean? Could get more
Well-
kills in the frag.
That would be the question, right? Do y'all want to kill the robots and disable them, or just leave
If
them
we have
behind?
to.
Either way, they're out of our way.
What's the other option besides killing them? What?
Just unhooking the car and riding away, like Pac said.
I kind of like that idea. I won't lie.
I do
so when
too.
we
But if
get
we
on
have
the
to
train,
fight, we
get on
can.
the top, go to the front, get in, kill the 2 guards, unhook the train, and just ride off into the night. Right?
Yeah.
The only
Yeah, we
thing
gotta,
is,
we gotta lure the guards and unhook the. Yeah.
That train is going to
happens-
be tracked.
That's why
there's
we
one
get
thing,
out.
yeah,
We gotta
we
get.
don't want
we
to
get-
blow up
train
There's a
funds.
window.
We don't want to risk derailing it. Derailing the train would be a problem. Not only would we get hurt, but the train itself is tracked, and they would catch up to us real quick.
Track.
But the other thing is, what happens if we don't get all the guards on that back train? You guys good with actually getting in a fight? Because it sounds to me like you all don't want to fight.
Oh, no.
Are
It sounds
you?
like we'll get at the most. We'll get quite a few off the train. I mean,
I
we
think
can
we
handle
would.
a few guards.
If
Are
you're
you
good at
ready for a
impersonating-
fight? Are you?
It's-
We don't know
it's
anything
all
about
about-
you.
It's all about the window, all right? We just got to make sure we do this before we lose steam.
Me and Declan have killed so many robots it would make your fucking head spin.
Oh, is that so?
That is so.
That's
Mm.
so
Burps
cool.
drunkly.
I feel like we're okay killing a couple robots.
I
Yeah,
feel
push
like
comes to shove, we'll do what we gotta do.
You better
I don't
be. Look
know.
at y'all.
I'm a 3-foot halfling. That's not really a good judge of character.
So
I'm lighting a smoke.
Well, I think we can do a little combination of all of our ideas. We can get them all to one cart. Now, we don't have to worry about blowing them up yet. If we can separate them, and we can leave with the rest of it, that's great. And then, to make sure that they have no other way of catching up to us, we just blow some shit up.
Yeah.
Always a possibility.
I think I see why your neighbors don't fuck with you now.
All the people who live here are a bunch of
I don't know what you're talking about.
country
I
bumpkins.
am
anyway.
quite the charmer.
True. One time he brought home this spider girl who had these fangs. Declan, you remember her?
Not this one again.
You could
What a
char-
tangled web we weave, right?
You could sell a ketchup popsicle to a woman in white gloves, I'm telling you.
I have no idea what you just said.
Hey,
I'm not going to lie.
If you,
I
want,
really like that phrasing.
if you want to see a real talent, you probably noticed a little bit of the lightning show. He can have lightning come out of his asshole.
That was one time, and I was drunk. I don't know if I could do it again if I tried.
Oh, it was great times, great times.
I flew like 50 feet up in the air. It was like I was flying. Oh, good
Jesus
times.
Christ.
Well,
Are you
that
a
was a-
cyborg, by the way?
me?
Gosh.
Yeah, you have lightning that comes out of you. The only thing I knew that could do that was cyborgs.
Ain't no robotic parts on me. It's all nature based. Kind of cracks his elbows.
Interesting.
It's well, kind of like what y'all do, and he kind of points to the group as a whole. He says it's kind of like a mix of you, and he points to Kathrak, and a mix
I'll be
of
right back.
you.
There's food here really quick.
Yeah, no problem. He kind of points to a mix of a few of you, but he looks like he's got barbarian kind of aesthetic to him. Maybe Path of the Zealot, which is like the lightning storm barbarian.
Okay.
So
So
you
yeah.
have another tank with you, basically, is what I'm telling you.
Okay,
Okay.
well, I mean, I think we basically have a plan, right? We get on the train, we get to the front of the train, we try to get most of the guards out the back, we kill any that are left. We try to avoid using explosives.
When is this happening? When?
12 hours from now. Well, 11 now, probably.
I don't think that y'all are really worried about the issue at hand, which is Jenkins down there. I'm stressed about it.
Oh, what are you stressed about?
Because I feel
Braggy hasn't
like-
seemed to notice.
Jenkins is watching us and reporting to someone and like recording our conversations.
Well, Jenkins is made by the sheriff of the town here. He ain't got
But
no
That's a
Jenkins-
solid
time to...
assault.
Jenkins' eyes changed and they're more human-like.
What
Oh,
kind of
shit.
eyes does the sheriff has, by the way?
The sheriff?
Mhm.
He's kind of middle-aged human guy, kind of a big gut.
What's his eyes look like?
They're dark, kind of navy blue color. I don't know. Got big
Blue?
pupils.
Is that what the eyes look like?
He says, yeah. To answer your question, you can't really tell. They looked robotic still, but they moved like a human's would.
Mm.
So they had like, it's like they had been zoomed in, like the eyes created like some pupils inside these
Mhm.
LEDs. So like someone else was looking through Jenkins' eyes.
I know I'm back. I didn't miss anything too much, did I?
No.
Nope.
Just
Just
talking
talking
about the sheriff?
about Jenkins being a problem.
Oh.
And-
Do I know the sheriff? Have I met the sheriff?
Yeah, you met the sheriff a few times. He's
Is he humanoid or something like
yeah,
that?
he's a human. He's probably 30, in his mid-30s, human, big handlebar mustache, cowboy hat. Kind of a
Married,
big gut.
ex-wife, something like that?
What'd you say?
Was he married, ex-wife?
Oh
I
yeah,
know
you've
that.
had sex with his wife for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Poggers.
he probably
I didn't
doesn't
say
even know
that
about it. He's
in-
pretty
in
oblivious.
game.
He probably wouldn't even know about it.
Okay.
And So you know that the sheriff, he is just a placeholder. He doesn't actually like enforce much law. He is like a figurehead that people go to visit, and he has the stereotypical look of like an old Western sheriff and the stereotypical demeanor of an old Western sheriff, but he is an actor. And as far as you know, he doesn't really break character too often. Him and his wife kind of do their thing, and that's what you've learned from his wife with the time you've spent with her, is that they are here on a job. They are actors. They play a role. People come visit them to get the old Western experience. They keep people in the drunk tank at the sheriff's department, or the what's it called? The sheriff's building. I don't know what it would be called, but they, it's like a little metal cage that they put people in. You can pay to have that experience, to get your picture
the county
taken.
jail.
Yeah, and you can get your picture taken there, and there's a caricature artist that sits in there sometimes and draws pictures of you while you're in jail. It's all touristy and kind of podunk. So what you know about him is he's also the one who has access to these robots, and then so it would be him, and then whoever like created this town, who you have never met before, but like the person who like makes the money, like the person who runs everything from behind the scenes.
Like who's putting up like the signs like be wary about these people, blah blah.
Exactly. Okay. That said, you're pretty sure that this place has little to no connection to Raziel specifically. The only way it would be if the person who owns it has some kind of connection that you don't know about. But you know that Raziel's like reach or his influence is nowhere to be found, at least in this town. Like he just doesn't operate here. This is nothing to him. This place is nothing to the things that he does. The only reason that he would have any connection to this place is because his train runs by it. Like it runs by this place. But other than that, he has no reason to oversee this place or pay attention to the people who come in through here. That's what you get out of that. So you're unsure who was looking through the eyes of Jenkins. That is a mystery for sure.
I got you.
They didn't look like Raziel's eyes.
They did or didn't?
Didn't. No.
Oh, okay.
No. So.
Okay. Well.
Would you guys like to rest?
Yes, I need it.
All right, everyone, go ahead and hit your long rest button if you haven't already.
Okay.
Oh, where do I hit that?
It's in the top
D&D
right.
Beyond.
Yep, top right of your character sheet and D&D Beyond. So, kind
long
of
rest,
rectangular button above it.
You normally have to hit it twice, so you have to do the confirm.
Yeah, hit long rest and then hit confirm.
Okay.
And that should refresh all of your spells and abilities. Exactly.
How long has one gone?
All right.
Okay.
As you're resting, couple things happen. One thing is you guys are all kind of sleeping in the room here with Declan and Braggy, with Solus kind of sleeping in the hallway. Nobody seems to come up. Nobody seems to come out of any rooms. It looks like you guys are pretty alone in the saloon. That said, in the middle of your rest, maybe like 3 or 4 hours in, you do hear a voice from the main area downstairs holler up and say, "Y'all doing okay up there? Nobody's paid for any rooms yet." And it wakes Solus up, who notifies Nara. And you all hear kind of the muffled end of that statement.
Oh God, that's my bad. We should have paid for rooms. I'll go deal with it.
Okay, I'm going back to sleep.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down to Jenkins. Jenkins, sorry, we just forgot to come down. We got talking, and we actually ended up passing out in the room. doing a little bit of gambling.
He
How much are the rooms?
he just doesn't really say much back to you other than a room is 2 credits per night
Per person.
per person.
Okay, so that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Correct.
Here you go. I'll pay it.
Okay. So you pay him 10 credits to go ahead and mark that off your sheet.
Yeah. Sorry about that, Jenkins. I apologize. Just got caught up and then eventually passed out.
Yeah, he doesn't respond to your apologies. Do you want to roll any perceptions or investigations before you?
Yeah, please.
Go for it. What are you?
I want to.
would
What
you
is
like to
he
look for?
doing? Like, what is he? Is he doing anything like more human-like? Is he doing? Is he like talking to other people? Is there anyone else in the room? Are the people who are down here still here? Are they dead?
Yep. So go ahead and roll your perception. Nice, natural 20. Okay. So looking around, first thing that you notice is the lizard folk are still drunk and sleeping on the table in the corner of the room. The family who is near the front door eating their food is gone after the sandstorm finished. You can hear the sound of your horses outside, so they're safe. You can hear them next to your cart. And you said you wanted to see what Jenkins was doing?
Yeah. And if there was anything sus about the area.
Sure. Looking around and specifically up and down at Jenkins, he looks like he has been like tidying things up, which seems pretty normal. Like tidying things up, kind of fixing things up for the night. But you notice the fingers, like the tips of his fingers, are worn down, and like the white paint that is normally on them has been worn off to just leave like chrome fingertips. And looking around to see kind of where that might have happened, you see the edge of the bar has scrape marks on it, like he's been scratching the bar with his
like
fingertips.
trying to get out.
Unsure. You're unsure. It's just,
Okay.
It looks like his fingers have left paint on the edge of the bar, and there are 4 scratch marks that kind of go down the edge of it, but they're very short little scratch marks. Like he's been flexing his hand like this. He's flexing his fingers and scratching at the wood.
Hey, Jenkins, question for you. Who made you?
He, his eyes kind of dart back and forth with those pupils in them. And he says, I'm not sure.
I don't really believe you, Jenkins, and I think you're a little bit more dead than you're trying to let on.
I literally cannot lie.
Or can you, and that was a lie?
His eyes kind of begin to dart back and forth again. I'm not sure what you mean. What was your name again?
Jenkins. Morgan.
Morgan.
Yes.
Morgan, what are you?
I mean, I guess that depends on the context of what you're asking.
He looks around, and you actually see an interesting gesture from him as he rubs his hands together, which is interesting. It's just something that you note, and I'm giving you this your perception of 20. You notice that this particular motion is interesting for a robot to make. He says, "You look like well, those tattoos make you stand out."
Unfortunately, yes, normally. But lots of people actually have these tattoos depending on where you're from. Pretty common, actually.
Where are you from?
Jenkins, you know it's rude to ask someone where they're from, generally.
He tilts his head and he says, "Of course."
Jenkins, question for you. You ever think about being freed out of here?
He his eyes kind of dart back and forth. He says, I am a inanimate being. I have no free will.
Everyone doesn't have free will until someone gives them an opportunity to have a free will.
He
I am a man of opportunity, Jenkins.
He tilts his head, looks down at the ground where his legs meet the track that he's locked into. There is no changing my track in life. Morgan?
What if I were to say you could remove the track and then, life is your destination?
He, again, kind of tilts his head. He's been tilting it back and forth like he's been thinking in an interesting way. And as his eyes begin to kind of dart back and forth, he says, Morgan, what is it that you suspect of me?
What I suspect of you, Jenkins, is you're a lot more than you like to let on. I think you like to play the dumb man, which is a very common con, by the way. Playing the stupid person so everyone throws things at you, looks the other way, doesn't look second twice at you. But I think you're actually quite smart in there. And I've noticed some things about you, the same way that, people do. And I think that you want more in life than to be stuck on a goddamn rail in a bar in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I am surprised. You are very perceptive, Morgan. You don't understand.
That's true.
I cannot move. Jenkins can move. But I cannot.
Oh, there's two of you.
He his eyes kind of look you up and down, and he says, I've seen those tattoos before. I know you're from Drudgemore.
You
And
also
I
know then
know.
that I don't like to talk about being from there then.
He his eyes kind of stare you right in your eyes, and he says, I am also from Drudgemore.
Oh, well, this might not be good.
He says, you are from the Hollows.
Once upon a time.
As was I.
How
Zim.
long ago? Oh, god damn it.
It's been a long time, Zim. Jenkins kind of scoots forward on his track to an edge, and it stops on an edge before it can reach you. And you can see the eyes behind Jenkins are kind of looking, staring straight down at you.
Do I recognize the eyes now?
Roll me a history check, please.
And then how far away am I from the top floor?
You are, call it 15 steps.
So like 30 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to telepathically start yelling in Nara's head. We might have a fucking...
Nara, wake up, Nara. We might have a problem, serious problem.
Okay. I mean, I can't respond back, so you just talk, right?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Just stay up there. If I yell for you, that means we got to fight. Jenkins might be an old friend from 50-something years ago looking for me.
Well, so I'm just going to shake everyone awake.
Okay. Everyone, as you wake up, Nara kind of spills the beans to you. Nara, what do you say to everybody?
Hey! Jenkins is weird down there, so, we need to be on standby.
It's okay. I have a bunch of bottle caps right there on the counter.
No, I don't think you should throw bottle caps. I don't think that's very nice. I think that's kind of rude. And he has feelings.
What?
All right.
Yeah.
So with this conversation happening,
I did have a 20 history,
you
by
got
the way.
a 20 on your history check, which I saw, which I was waiting for. So this is a familiar gaze. This is not someone written into your backstory per se, but a peer that you remember from when you were kids. This young man was paralyzed from the waist down, and the Hollows used him as a messenger because of his telepathic abilities, which they gave to him by experimenting on him. When they experimented on him, not only was his waist down paralyzed, but they also paralyzed the rest of him from his neck down. So you remember his name. His name is Jenkins. And he is probably the same age as you. He was a human boy, so he is now a human man. He is probably in his early 60s at this point. And you recognize the eyes because you spent many a day looking into them as he would speak telepathically to you and tell you where to go to drop things off, who to talk to. He was kind of like the signal beam of Drudgemore during that time period. He was like the cell tower that all of communications went through for the Hollows. And you can see now he is being used for this purpose, and you're not sure how many others, but you remember that he could talk and communicate with hundreds of people at the same time. He is like a massive telepath.
Oh, Jenkins, nice to see you. Been a long time.
Yeah, it has been, hasn't it?
You still working for the Hollows, perchance?
Of course.
Oh, it's unfortunate, I imagine, for me, isn't it?
What fucking choice do I have?
I mean, do they know about me yet?
No, they don't.
Oh.
They don't, believe it or not, they don't actually communicate with Rosie all that much.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, you would think that
Bonus.
they would use the opportunity to get in line with him, but he doesn't quite line up with their goals in the current year.
Yeah.
What happened to you? Why do you look so young? I know halflings don't age quite as much, but this is ridiculous.
I haven't aged a day, actually.
You see the rest of your group come up to the top of the steps, and they're kind of creeping down the steps towards you. Zim.
Well, who are you working for? Just the Hollows?
Yes, of course.
Okay, well, I wanted to make sure, because last time I saw you, you weren't in a metal body, so it's a little bit of a new development, won't lie.
It's a bit of an upgrade. It's it's kind of like having a body, but not quite as nice.
Yeah. Sorry about the dude throwing bottle caps at you. Quite rude.
It's not really not really something that I take much notice of because I'm not usually here. I just happened to be looking through the eyes of Jenkins, the robot, when I saw you all here sitting, and I noticed you at the bar. And
very unlucky.
Well, you don't give me enough credit. Not really lucky. We don't really play by luck. At least I don't.
Well, for me, it was unlucky, so.
I like to know everything.
Yeah. Well, the short answer is, we were killing Razio, and he brought me to today.
He what?
We were killing Razio, and he brought us 53 years and 3 days to today. That's the short answer.
You're telling me that Razio has a way of manipulating the time?
I feel like I'm pretty good proof of that. Or I have godlike powers, in which case I would be a great asset to anyone, in which case we could probably mend all of the bad issues between me and the Nightly Hollows.
He reaches his hand out to put on your shoulder, Do you let him?
I'm gonna give him a weird look.
He says, testing to see if you're an illusion.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
He puts his hand on your shoulder, and then he kind of brings his hand up to your hair and gives kind of grabs onto your hair a little bit, but not too hard, just a little bit, and then kind of pulls on it a little bit, pulls on your ear a little bit, on one of your earrings.
Do you want me to transform into a monster too?
That wasn't always a good pilot trick. You must have quite the menagerie of monsters now, after all these years.
Actually, no, I don't. It's kind of, and you know what? There's not even monsters around anymore. It's all robots, and I can't turn into a robot.
Well, I might be able to help with that. As
No.
here in the Hollows, there is quite the monster black market over here.
Makes sense. How
maybe
how
we could-
mad were the Hollows at me? Did they ever forget? Because I imagine I was hoping most people would actually be dead.
The robot kind of it laughs and he says, "What do you think?"
Well, I
You're-
imagine my luck isn't that good right now.
You're not welcome here. But that said, if your enemy is Razil, maybe we can come to an agreement.
I like that. I've always liked it, but the Hollows, man of business, and women, of course.
Of course. A lot of the people that you used to work for are long dead.
That's what I was hoping. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm. But a lot of the debts that you have accrued and the loyalties you've broken have been passed down.
Oh, that's unlucky.
Unfortunate, isn't it? Are the rest of your friends going to come down then?
Oh, yeah, I guess so. Guys, you can come down the stairs. Sorry. This is Jenkins. Jenkins, this is lots of people who I'm not going to tell you your name, obviously.
He looks across at the rest of you guys, and you guys see Jenkins, the robot. Same name as whatever Zim just said, and you're all pretty confused. You're like, yeah, we know that's Jenkins. We've seen Jenkins before.
Jenkins is two people in one body. One of them is a robot. One of them is a nightly hollow from 53 years and 7 days ago who I knew, who was a telepath, for lack of a better word.
And I don't know who all of you are, but greetings. And you hear that Jenkins' voice sounds a bit different. You have a person in front of you. The way I'm going to describe this to everyone so everyone understands is, first of all, thank you for the 5 gifted, Chris. Thank you so much. Thank you for the 5 gifted. That's fucking awesome.
Easy dodge, baby. Easy dodge.
Easy dodge. Thank you so much, Chris. Seriously, that means the world to me. Thank you. Yo, Dubstep Dalton, congrats. Whip got one too. Nice.
I got
Mike
one too.
Sweet. All right, thank you so much, Chris, for the 5 gifted. After all these tech difficulties, that makes me feel up. Thank you.
I thought I was already subbed. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's okay.
I have it on auto. I don't know. I'll
Thank
figure
you.
that out.
Thank you so much. All right. So to make this describe this creature to you. So Jenkins is a robot, as you've seen, and Jenkins is stuck on a track that goes around the bar, and he's kind of like a touristy, welcoming robot. But what Zim is telling you is that there is another person who controls the Jenkins. Sometimes, not always, sometimes. Jenkins, for the most part, does his thing as a robot, okay? He is a robot. He is an autonomous robot that follows its orders. When it gets hit in the head with a bottle cap, and it doesn't react, it's a robot. But sometimes this guy can choose to take over one of the robots and control it for himself if he wants to. And so that's what's going on here, is this guy is temporarily controlling this Jenkins so that he can communicate with you. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So Jenkins, for the most part, acts autonomously as a robot. But in this particular case, there is a person who apparently the Jenkins are named after, and this person controls them when he wants. He can kind of swap between them, his consciousness between them, to kind of see whatever he wants and control whatever he wants. So, with that said, the rest of you come down into the bar, you introduce yourself. You are made aware of this particular phenomena, and you now have a connection in Drudgemore, someone that you, like a person that you know that is in Drudgemore that seems very powerful too. He doesn't seem too pissed at you in particular, Zim. He just seems like he is indifferent towards you. Like, you were never friends or anything like that. He's more intrigued, you can tell. He's intrigued that you are still so young after all this time, that you're even alive. He seems surprised. That kind of stuff. He's an
Well,
acquaintance.
Jenkins, how do we get? We need to get into Dredgemore coming up here soon, and we need identities. Who we were going to see, Jasmine in the sewers, possibly as a connect. So basically, we'd be willing to do, some discussions about how to get rid of Raziel for you guys, and I feel like we could find some mutual ground.
Why would you want to do that? Didn't you leave because you didn't want to be a part of this anymore?
I still don't intend to be part of you, but I do need to kill Raziel and, keep your friend, your enemies, the saying about enemies and closeness and all that.
Well, Jasmine is indisposed at the moment, so we'll be unable to help you, but I might be able to. Let me think on it. What is your plans for the rest of tonight?
We're actually going to be heading out here soon.
And not coming back, I'm assuming?
That wasn't the plan. Now our plan was to make our way towards Dredgemore and try to find a way in, or bribe a way in.
Then I guess I'll think about it on your way to Dredgemore. Goodbye.
Any helpful advice to getting in Dredgemore? Other old places that you used to be able to get in from still working from 53 years ago?
I've got more thinking to do before I answer any of these questions. Goodbye.
Okay, well, bye, Jenkins.
And the eyes turn into the kind of cyan color. Hello! I see you've already paid for your rooms for the night.
I run downstairs and chuck a bottle cap at Jenkins' face. Ha! That was great.
Thank you, Kethrak.
I like Kethrak. He gets me. He gets this place.
He picks up the bottle cap and happily flicks it into the jar. This is fun.
Oh, Jenkins, good night.
Good
You
night.
know,
Go
you
back
don't
to
have to
sleep.
take that, Jenkins. You don't have to take that, okay?
Take
You
what?
don't. The bottle caps. You can throw it right back at them. You should. I encourage you to do that.
Roll a persuasion check.
This is how the overthrow of civilization happens, Nara.
You're like the people who beat on the Boston Dynamics robot, and then one day it gets tired of getting beaten on, and it decides to shoot back.
Okay, so you say, did you say bottle cap or caps? I can't remember what your wording was.
I don't want the whole bottle cap. Let's just do the one. Just one bottle cap.
All right, he picks up the bottle cap and flings it like a frisbee as fast as he can towards Kethrak. Kethrak, roll me a dex save.
Oh, come on. This is what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
What the frick?
The bottle cap bounces right off your forehead. You take no damage, but it does leave a little mark on your forehead.
That's what you get for
what the
losing 10,000 channel points last time.
I shouldn't have given the other robot my hat. I'm having second thoughts.
Bullseye!
Starts with a hat.
Unbelievable.
Jenkins.
Starts with a hat.
Thank you. Well, it looks like you've already paid for your rooms for the night, so feel free to rest.
Oh, okay. Good night, Jenkins.
Have a wonderful night.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
The sun also rises.
What?
Shut up, Jenkins. Oh my god.
Sorry, Declan.
Bring me up to the usual, by the way.
It's
Of
bedtime.
course.
I'm going back to sleep. Good night, everyone.
I assume still on the lizard folks tab.
Yes, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
Everything's okay with you two lizard folk, right? And one of the lizard folk goes, and just slams his hand on the table, which knocks a few glasses off that break onto the ground. Jenkins gives you your drinks and rolls around the outside of the bar with a broom and sweeps up the glass as you head back up the stairs.
I down my 2 drinks, leave them on the stairs, go back up to the room.
All right, so you guys get the rest of your rest, as they say. And as you wake up in the morning, it's about 4 hours out from the train, and Braggy is sobering up as he says, all right, y'all. So, you all got horses, and we got horses. And if we need extra horses, we can always try and take some from the stables.
Well, we have 2 horses, and unless we're going piggyback on each horse, I don't know how we're going to pull it off.
I can summon some wolves if we need to.
Oh, I thought you were about to say you could turn into a horse and someone could ride you, but
A
okay.
really big horse.
Yeah.
Not my
Stretch
specialty.
Stretch horse.
Well, as you know, Declan, I don't particularly need a horse if you'll want to use mine, as long as you take care of it.
Wow, what do you do? Are you a horse?
Declan, you know that Braggy has the ability to create a cloud, a nimbus cloud that he can ride on for a short period of time.
Fucking show off. You'll find out why he doesn't need a horse. Yeah, I'll take care of your horse. Why would you think I would never take care of your horse? You try to insinuate something.
Well, you're not going to ride your horse? I mean, we got 2 horses. One of them can ride one of our horses.
Well,
I want Kathrak to ride my
Fine.
horse.
I'll ride my horse. I don't want no one rides my horse but me.
Yeah, that sounds about right. You and that thing got some kind of weird connection. I didn't mean it
Had
like
her
that.
for years.
Stop looking at me like that. I didn't mean it like that. Anyway. So, you guys head out to the outer stable right outside the saloon. There you find Braggy's horse, which is a fairly large silver mare that has these kind of black spots on it every once in a while, and its tail is black, its mane is black, but its body is completely silvery colored, and it's pretty big. Looks like it could hold you, Kathrak. Declan, what's your horse look like, do you think?
My horse completely black with like a silver lining on the forehead.
Okay. You guys have your 2 horses outside, meaning that 1, 2, 3,
Her name's
4.
Matilda, by the way.
What's the name?
Matilda.
Matilda. All right. So there is another stable here in the town that Braggy says, well, we can try to rent a couple of the mechanical horses from the stable, or we can just break in and grab them.
Give me just half a second here. I'm thinking. Sorry, 1 second.
You're good.
Patience. Now I could. How fast? Would a draft horse be quick enough? I don't see why it wouldn't. They go
Sure.
about the same speed, don't they?
Sure.
I don't know. Aren't draft horses slow?
No, not really. I mean, they just, they're just not as
Okay.
good of
Good enough.
horses.
It's a big
I feel
horse.
like.
We just
It's a
need to
big
get,
horse. They are pretty.
we just
We
need to be
just
fast
needed
enough
to get
to,
you-
to make it onto the train without hurting yourself.
Well,
That's
I
all.
mean, the train probably is not going to be going that fast through a town, right?
You'd be surprised.
Okay, so once we get close enough, I can get 4 horses. That'll last for about an hour.
All right. So the plan is, as we see the train approaching, we need to be hidden so the drivers don't see us. And then, once the train is passed about halfway past us, then we start riding, and we get enough speed where we can jump on the train without the force of the train hurting us. That's the plan. Our horses don't need to be as fast as the train. They just need to be fast enough to where we can jump off and the physics don't fuck us up. Does that make sense?
So match the speed.
Exactly. Match or get as close as we can, because the back of the train's going to pass us. It's going to be faster than us. It just is. It's going to be faster than the horses. But if we're riding at top speed and we jump off our horses onto the train, it ain't going to hurt us. We just got to time it right.
Question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I were to summon some giant centipedes which have a climbing speed. Would they be able to climb onto with us on them?
Yes, but you would need to. They wouldn't be able to do it from like a running position. They wouldn't be able to do it from like while they're crawling. They wouldn't be able to crawl up onto the train while it's moving. They would need to be summoned after you're on the train.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. Is if they could do it while it was running or not. That's what I was really asking.
So like once you're on the train, you could summon them and they could crawl all along the outside and inside as much as you want.
Yeah.
But getting on the train with them would be pretty impossible because they're too slow. Okay. So the train's forces would just smash them if they tried to jump on. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. I'm thinking of options here a little bit because I could also summon giant wasps. And if they can carry us, they're medium creatures. That would be interesting. Well, I'm just going to summon horses. We'll keep this easy.
Okay.
We'll be good.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just summon some horses. When it gets close, we'll take the horses, we'll jump on.
Keep the wasps in the back pocket, though, just in case.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Wasps.
Well, and Braggy pulls out a small, like, napkin and begins writing on the napkin just like a classic heist movie plan. And as he begins writing on the napkin, you guys are going to make 3 decisions here. So the first decision is how long in advance do you want to be there before the train gets there? You can get there up to 2 hours before the train gets there. So how far in advance do you want to arrive before the train passes your location? How long in advance? From 2 hours to 15 minutes.
Like an hour, maybe?
You guys can talk it out.
Cool
Make your decision. You got 3 decisions to make here. They'll all affect how this goes.
So I think we do is we actually bring our cart further ahead and then make our way back. So that when we get on the train and it moves forward and we eventually get off, we can just get to our cart and move our way to Dredgemore.
We get there 2 hours early. We find out the exact time it's going to take for us to reach that top speed that we have to match the train at. Then we find our distance, and then we find our timing for how long it's going to take for us to reach the end of the carts. That's how far we put our cart up on the tracks.
I like this.
I'm gonna say your cart ain't gonna make it. You're gonna need to pick and choose what you want to take off that cart if you're trying to get on the train to Drudgemore.
No. We're gonna set the cart ahead and take the horses off it and leave it there. Right. So, okay.
The train.
That way we don't have to come back for the cart.
By the time we get through the train, it's gonna go past your cart.
Yeah, but
that's why we put the cart way ahead.
Yeah, if we put the cart up way ahead and we come back, the train moves, and then we don't have to go as far back to get to our cart.
Say we put the cart 2 kilometers ahead on the track.
I think you guys are underestimating how fast this train is.
Well, either way, we don't have to come all the way back here.
That's fine.
You know.
What if we made a track attachment for the cart? And then we hooked it onto the back of the train.
So as a DM, I got to ask you guys, what do you want to do with your carts? Are you trying to get to Drudgemore and then walk your way back to your cart when you feel like it?
Okay, no, we're not planning on going to Drudgemore on the train.
Okay.
We just want to set the cart ahead. That way we don't have to come all the way back to this town.
So you're planning on hopping off the train?
Yes.
At some point. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Understood. So then, yeah, I mean, you can do that. That's fine. You could put your cart ahead a little bit. Your walk back would be much less if you spend some time putting your cart pretty far ahead.
Question for the DM.
Mm-hmm.
Since I've robbed the training with Braggy before, being that pretty much the train is mostly robots, is the conductor, whoever's sitting in the train, is it like automatic, or is there like an actual person controlling the train?
Depends on the train. and
Okay.
it depends on what's in the train. So, for example, if there is something extremely valuable, he'll put one of his trusted employees on the train to watch it. If it is just like a regular kind of cargo train, he'll just put robots. So you're unsure at this time. You don't know exactly what's on the train, but roll me a. We'll do a history check.
History check. So click on history, right?
Mm-hmm. You got it. 15. Your best guess is that there's like a 70% chance that there will be a real conductor on this train and there will be some valuable goods on it. 70%.
So, I have a question for all of you. I know that you mentioned a few of your expertise and your skills. Are any of you good with illusion magic?
Isabella is. I think she's trying to unmute.
Uh-oh.
She's still muted, but
Yeah, we can't hear you.
can't hear you, Isabella.
Someone push to talk, maybe still.
Maybe.
You unmuted.
Maybe.
Testing. No, we can't hear you. Unlock.
Maybe. No luck.
To answer your question, yes, you can do a little bit.
We dabble.
Dabble. Okay.
Well,
So we know Isabella can for sure,
okay.
and Pox.
What we could do is, if memory serves me correct, and depending on if I'm pretty sure we know it's on this train, we could create an illusion at the end of the track to stall the train. Something that would make the conductor need to put the train to stop, giving us also a chance to get some of you on there before continuing on. You.
1, 2, test 1, 2.
There you go.
Okay, you go.
There we
Awesome.
We can hear you.
Okay, I was saying that I can do illusion magic.
Oh, it
Can
cut
you
out.
I can also do
something?
charisma.
You could do illusion magic, and then it cut out, and then you could do charisma, is what we heard.
Can you create something big? Something scary looking?
What type of thing are you looking for?
Something that will make someone shit bricks.
I know a little thing about trains, though. Trains can't just stop, you know.
Right. That's why we need something big.
Right.
Because if they see something coming up in the distance, it doesn't have to move. They'll have to come to a stop because they don't want to hit it. If they think it's real, they will stop. They'll have to stop, and that may get the guards to come out. That will give you a chance to get some of our friends in with your invisibility onto the train.
She can only invisible one person.
I can go invisible too.
Isabella does not have an illusion big enough to distract a train driver. Would be unable to do that. Pox, do you have...
I have darkness, but that's 15 feet, and there's no way a train's gonna stop within 15 feet. They'd be like, what? And then they'd go through it, and they'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
If
darkness
it's
probably
going as
wouldn't work.
fast
It is a
as you
dark
said.
sphere, which would freak them out, but they probably,
But
if
it
it's not a
wouldn't.
living object, they're probably not going to stop for it. If they just see like a dark sphere, they'll probably just ride into it.
Okay. Well, that plan goes out the window.
But it was a good idea. It was a good idea.
So back to plan 1 about us getting on. I think we're all good.
Okay,
I
so
don't-
you've
I don't
chosen
think
to
there's
be there really early, like as early as
Yeah.
you can be. Okay,
Yeah, because we want to time things and
okay, sounds
figure
good.
out how fast we have to get. And
All right, first decision made. Second decision is where you want to hide for when the train passes, and you have 3 options. There are a bushel of cactuses out there in the desert that you can hide behind. There is a rundown shed that has some holes in the walls, but for the most part, you could hide behind it. Or there is a large ditch that is on either side of a kind of bridge that the train goes over.
Is there? Can we get on top of the tunnel, and then when it passes under it, we jump on top?
It goes over the tunnel. It doesn't go into the tunnel, so it goes over the top. So you can hide in the tunnel and wait for it to go over you.
You could jump out, surprise the train, scare it off the track.
that sounds
There we go.
terrible.
Here's the issue though, because if we're hot, how are we going to jump on it if we're like on the ground?
Horses, we've already covered that.
But if we're okay, well, it seems like cactuses is a bad idea.
Nora, do you have that?
Cacti.
Didn't you have a spell to make it so we could hide easier?
You know what? I do.
Pass without a
So,
trace.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that we hide probably not behind the cacti.
no,
Um,
I agree with that.
So then
I
it's the
think-
abandoned shed, or it's underneath the tracks when they go over a little bridge. It's like you kind of like little trolls. You hide underneath it. But I want you to think of what the pros and cons of that would be. Like what the pros and cons of each would be. There's a chance of success for both. I'm not going to say that you're going to ruin it by picking one or the other. Just want you to think of the pros and cons as a group.
How far away is the shack? Like, how much time would we
Good
lose
question.
taking that route?
Good question. The shack would be close. It would be pretty close to the tracks. It's actually a place where a conductor used to sit and change the track directions. The
How
tracks no
concealed
longer
is it?
change directions anymore, but the shack is still there.
How concealed is the? How easy is it to see through the shack? How damaged is it?
You could hide most of you in there. Solus would be a problem.
Horses can't fit in a shack. I say that's out.
The
Yeah,
shack
many
is
horses?
about 15 feet by 15 feet, which would be somewhat
And a
hard
couple
to
Also,
hide
the
all the
problem
horses
of
behind.
one at a time. We'd have to go one at a time out the door. I don't think that's a good option.
Okay, the ditches.
Mhm.
How concealed are those from the train?
They are fairly concealed. If you were underneath the tracks themselves, it would be very hard to see you. The problem is it would take the most time to get to the train from them because you have to go up a hill, like up and around a hill with your horses, and then get up to full speed again. Whereas if you were behind the shack, you could immediately just trot off into full speed as soon as the train hits a certain length past you.
Okay.
So you're just one
I think-
is easier to be seen, but faster to get on the back of the train. The other one is harder to get on the back of the train, but harder to see as well.
So it's more important that we get on the train than necessarily hide, if those are the two options.
Are we saying fuck them horses and going behind cacti?
the cacti.
I think we should go behind the shed because I think it's hard to get under the train without horses.
Okay.
I'll explain the cacti as well. The cacti bushel is about 30 cactus long, and it's different varying heights. So there are some tall ones, some thick ones, some short ones. You could maneuver your way behind them and hide, but they would be... you would have to finesse it. But you're going early, so you could find a way to finesse it so that everyone has a way to hide. The only problem is maybe some of you would need to kind of dangle beneath your horses so you don't stick up from behind the cactus, or some of you would need to be like on the ground and get on your horses.
Yeah. I think we do the shed. I think we should take some time to build some foliage and stuff so we're extra hidden. You use pass without trace, and then we go from there.
All right. Are we all
Anyone
in agreement
else?
on the shed?
That sounds fine to me.
Shed it
Okay.
is.
Let's do it. Shed.
Let's
Shed
shed
plan.
it up.
Okay. So the shed has been decided. The last decision that you've got to make is your actual plan. Do you want to get on the back cart, try to lure the guards, and let that back cart go? Do you want to try and explode it? What is your plan before you actually execute it? Before you're in the moment? Because I'm not going to give you much time in the moment. I'm gonna rush you through it.
So the plan is to get them back there and then let it off.
Okay, so like unhook or break off that last cart and let the robots, the robot guards in that cart just kind of stay on the track, but not like blow up their cart or anything like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
I take it you guys want me to probably be the one to, distract them and get them to the back cart, right? It's probably best it's me.
It's whoever who thinks that they can juke them out and.
Well, I think that's, but I can also climb on things, because I can turn into a grick, and they can climb on like walls and stuff.
Hmm.
So it's probably
Declan,
me.
you would know for unhooking the train cart, you're going to need thieves' tools to either pick it and like unlock it, basically, like unlock it from the other cart, or you're going to need someone strong enough to just bust it.
Oh, we
So
got
those are your
someone
options.
strong enough to bust it.
Those are your options.
Well, let's see. Let me check my inventory. No. Rum, bottle caps. Well, we're gonna have to rip it off. Unless any of you are good at, well, picking locks and breaking chains. Nope! We're gonna have him rip it off. I think it's the best idea.
All right.
It's the most fun.
Yeah, I think they're
Brute
actually
force it.
breaking it, considering that I will be trying to distract. Probably the best bet.
Okay.
Well, if we do get into a little trouble, I have a little toy ready for those robots.
What
All
is
right.
the toy? I don't know if we're going to be playing games with them.
Well,
I didn't know they
I'll
like
bring it
jump
with me.
scotcher.
This here is my little equalizer. Betsy. My lovely little shotgun. I like to name a lot of things.
I like to name my shit.
This boot right here, this is Carl.
Carl the
My other
boot.
boot, that's Luis.
Carl and Luis the
Okay.
boots.
Okay.
So, with that, your plan then, Zim, what are you doing in this plan then? If you're not unhooking the cart. If Kathrak's unhooking the cart by breaking it, what's your plan?
So my plan is to turn into a Grick
Uh-huh.
and distract them and get them all in there, and then to crawl out.
Is there a window in these trains normally?
There is a window between the two carts. Like a door
If I'm
with a
inside
window.
the other cart, can I get out?
Yeah. Well, it depends on which cart we're in. The last cart, I don't know. There might
Yeah.
be.
If not, then I'll climb
Yeah,
up
I would
over
say
the
the
wall.
last cart probably has a window. The last one probably does because they usually have a guard there in that cart looking around.
Okay, well, I'll go in there. Hopefully they all run in there. I'll go out the window, climb through the wall, and get onto the cart as you're breaking it. So it's important you guys communicate to me that you're about to break it.
Okay. Like I said, there is going to be a guard in that last cart probably. So anyone good with ranged weapons, maybe be able to take it out before we even get on.
We actually have 3 people good at that.
Yep.
Okay, raise your hands.
Nora, Isabella, and Pox.
Okay. So the 3 of y'all, if y'all want to do like a coordinated strike on the back of your horses to take that guard out, that could really save us some trouble. Because if he hits a switch back there, we're going to be in trouble. We said we wanted to get his communication device, right? So
There will be
Yeah.
no flipping of switches.
all right. So then the plan is, Kathrak, we're planning on making you invisible. Is that right?
Sounds good to me.
And we're going to let Kathrak jump between the 2 carts from the back of his horse and then break the 2 carts, but only once we've got the guards back here. We're not going to do that immediately. We're going to have to do it once we call the guards back.
Yeah.
All right.
So we go up, we kill the back guard. I go in, start to make a ruckus. All the other guards run to the back. Kathrak jumps on, starts working on breaking. I get out the window, hop on the other car as it breaks and leaves them all there.
Okay. So this is, you're in a lot of danger in this situation.
Yeah.
All right, we
I'll
got
be
any
okay.
anyone who can support old Zim here? I mean, I can try.
Well, I mean, but we have range, so if things happen, we can just.
What
You know.
happens if you miss the cart?
Well then, yeah.
Then I just get off and I rendezvous back up with you.
Rendezvous with the cart.
Yeah.
I'll make sure to go with Kethrak. I can also go invisible.
Okay. That might be useful.
But I'd really like it if you guys just made sure to communicate and then waited until I basically got on and then you hit it. You know?
Okay.
That would be the ideal.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
And here's the thing. While Kethrak is working on to separate the carts, I'll just wait in the corner with my shotgun. And the moment that someone comes around that corner, it's not friendly.
You're gonna blast.
I don't think we're worried about the conductor enough. Because can't they just call someone and be like, "Hey, someone's attacking my train"?
Well, they ain't gonna see us if we're too far back. The train's a long train, so the conductor ain't gonna see us.
That's true.
Okay, you don't think that the conductor has some sort of machine that lets them see the whole train, all the cars?
Like a rear view mirror.
Well, a rear view mirror ain't gonna see far back enough, and the
a
train
really
tracks
long
curve
rear
where we're
view
hopping
mirror.
on. So
Okay,
we're gonna be all
well,
right. The
I
one
need
we need to
to-
worry about is that guard in the back. That's what we need to worry about.
It's like a
long
really
curvy-
wide mirror.
If need be, I
It's
can
like
make my
retractable.
way to the conductor. I'm 70% sure that the conductor will
It's like a crank.
be a humanoid of some sort. And if so, I have a few tricks up my sleeve that can sway the conductor to leave us alone. A little bit of magic tricks here and there. You're not the only one with fun tricks. I'm not just a great singer, and I'm not just a great lover either, or drinker, or good at naming things. I'm good at a lot of things. I'm a jack of all trades.
Braggy pats you on the back. He says, "Sure, pal." He
I hate you sometimes.
he laughs and he says, "And me, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ride on top of the train, and if anyone tries to come on top of the train, I'm gonna fire lightning bolts at them. It'll be badass. I'll cover us from the top. Sound good?"
Cool. Looks like we have a plan.
I like that.
I do need to probably slip in the window before one of the tunnels come, though, or else I'm gonna get my head chopped off. So
Hey, please
That
don't
said-
do that.
yeah, I'll make sure to try and do that. With that said, it sounds
Let's
like we've
drink
got
to it.
ourselves a plan.
Straight to it.
So, the first thing that you guys do, as you said, the first decision you made, you bring your cart as far down the train tracks as you possibly can. When you show up here, it is a large open desert. Tumbleweeds flow across the train tracks. There is no people in sight. The only animal you see is a large lizard that is kind of crawling through the sand, and as it sees you, it burrows into the sand dune. It looks like it was maybe as big as one of your horses, and it had one of those kind of frill-like necks that it kind of flared at you and then dug into the sand. The desert heat is hot. It is extremely hot here. And as you bring your cart up forward into the spot where you want it, you begin to head back towards the shack that you found. This shack, like I said, is about 15 feet by 15 feet. It's mostly windowless except for the front of it, which does have one small window, which normally would have a person sitting in it, and then there's a lever inside the shack that's used to change the track direction, which no longer works as you kind of wiggle it back and forth. It's not connected to anything anymore. The track just goes in one direction. With that, maneuvering your horses around the side of it, go ahead and everybody roll me a stealth check with plus 10 added, and so whatever you roll, add 10 to it for your stealth check, and Nara, mark a spell slot off for Pass Without a Trace.
Wow.
Thank God.
This is a
Are you
group.
fucking kidding me?
This is a group
Thank
thing.
God.
So
Thank God you get plus 10.
Oh my god, dude.
Bell
Braggy
curve
rolled a 25.
I think I got like
with his
bad
plus
gas
one.
or something that's giving me away.
Bell curve it.
I'm
So
gonna roll
bad.
for. Oh no, Isabella's here. What'd you get, Isabella, for your stealth? You can unmute whenever you've got it. Oh, there it goes. All right, 29 for Isabella, 13 for Kathrak, 23 for Zim, 15 or 25 for Declan, 32 for Nara, 15 for Pox, and a 25 for Braggy. Okay, so you guys hide your horses around the edges of the shack, and as you do, you begin to kind of get your what do they call it, ducks in a row, kind of re-going over the plan, discussing a bit. Braggy snaps his fingers, and below his knees a cloud-like fog forms that lifts him up into the air. It is so he's kind of like surfing on a cloud, and there's a few like little rumbles of thunder within the cloud as well as it turns this kind of grayish color. And
Fucking show off.
he says, "You're just jealous."
Man.
All right. So, oh, by the way, Declan, you know that the way he's able to do this is a magic item. This is not an ability, an innate ability that he has. He is wearing a bracer on his right arm that gives him this ability, this Nimbus Cloud ability. So, it's like a blue kind of cyan-colored bracer with a cloud on it that he always wears, and it kind of he's got a matching one on the left side, but he had that one made to match. So one of them is magical, the one on the right arm. The left one is just made to match, so that he looks like he's got like cloud bracers on for his lightning powers. But only you know that. So with that, the conductor is going to roll his perception check here. He rolls a 17 on dice as the train, you see it coming down the tracks. All right. As the train goes by you, the wind begins to blow in this area as the sand kind of comes up into your horses' faces. And what we're going to do is everybody who's on a horse, go ahead and make me an animal handling check with advantage as you're next to the horse, or you're next to the train, I mean, on your horses. You begin to ride forward. The conductor did not seem to notice you guys.
I don't remember. Am I on a horse?
Yes, I
everyone's on a
summoned
horse
4
except for
horses.
Braggy.
That's what I thought. Okay.
You
Animal
said with
handling.
advantage, right?
Yes, with advantage. So roll twice, take the higher number, everybody.
What's the hotkey
Bruh.
to roll with advantage?
Shift.
Oh, shit, that's acrobatics.
Why are my rolls so low?
Wow, you and Kithrak both having low rolls today.
Oh.
It's okay. So as you guys are on the back of your horses, the train begins to speed up a bit, and it's kind of coming to a curvy area. And
Pause.
I'm looking at my my rolls here.
Montage music cue.
Or just no, it's a suspenseful pause.
Oh.
Dramatic pause.
I like the
Yeah.
montage music idea.
And
Okay. So I'm looking at your rolls here. I'm trying to decide. Okay, yeah, so that's a 17 with your advantage, Declan, because you rolled a 17 and then you rolled a 9. So it's a 17 for you. Nara, you got 17 as well. Zim got a 20. Kithrak got a 10. Got a 6 for Pox. And then Isabella. That's what I was looking for. Isabella, roll me an animal handling check with advantage. So hold down shift and then click animal handling, or just roll twice and take the higher number. The other one's good. Okay, so we got a 9 for the first roll. No, you did acrobatics there. Animal handling is should be underneath that. There you go. So that's the first animal handling is a 12. One more time. Okay. So 12. All right. So, as you're riding on the back of your horses, motioning them to move quicker, the first of you begin to see that the back of the train is approaching, and your horses are mostly in line. Those of you with the highest numbers are the first in the pack. And so that is Zim, Nara, and Declan. You're up at the front of the pack with your horses. And you notice as the train is coming around this bend that the wheels are kind of screeching and sparking a bit as you're running, and your horses kind of whinny a bit, like as they kind of like move off to the side. It seems like it's normal, but it's kind of freaking your horses out. And the other three of you, Pox, Isabella, and Kathrak, your horses, as they kind of hear this noise, they kind of slow down a bit and move away from the train, kind of losing you a little bit of time here. So as the back of the cart comes up, what's going to happen is the ranged people, those of you whose horses reacted okay, so that's Nara, you're going to make your attack with advantage on the guard as you see him approaching in the back cart. The back cart is kind of coming up on you. You're able to kind of knock your arrow and get ready for that. Isabella and Pox, you're going to roll with a straight roll. So it's just going to be one attack roll, no disadvantage, no advantage, just a straight attack roll as your horses are kind of veering away from the cart. So whatever you want to attack with, if it's a spell, if it's a bow and arrow, whatever you want to do, go ahead and roll your attack. All three of you.
It's time.
Okay. We got a 22 from Nara. We got a 25 from Pox. Isabella, pick whatever you want. You could do Scorching. You could do Eldritch Blast.
Nice.
Okay, so
You do get. Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
rolled
get
it,
two
yeah.
attacks.
two.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you get 2, Pox. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I get 2
um,
attacks, right?
You do as a ranger, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and
Should I
roll
do
your
it
second one
again?
too, and I'll just tell you which ones hit and which ones don't, because they're all kind of coming off in a flurry. Okay, so Nara, both of your attacks are going to hit, so go ahead and roll damage for both of your attacks. Pox, one of your attacks is going to hit, so roll your damage for 1. And Isabella, one of your attacks is going to hit, roll your damage for 1. Okay, so 6, 10, 9. You recognize this robot, by the way. It's one of those cowboy bots with the cowboy hat and the 6-shooter pistols. So, Isabella, go ahead and roll your damage.
You can click it and roll 20 too.
Should
be
be
able to.
next to what you clicked for the...
She already rolled her damage. Her damage is there. Whichever
What,
one
am I
hit,
crazy?
there's. Yeah, it's in roll 20. It's actually underneath. It already did the damage.
Oh,
I
they
take it
already
the
did
22
damage
hit.
for her.
Yeah, she did 9 damage.
Okay,
if
did
the 22 hit.
Pox's? No, Pox's didn't. That's weird.
It's a setting that you set. So like mine also do that. It's so I don't have to click twice.
Okay, got it. Okay, so with a total of 9, 18, 28, 34 damage. Did I do my math right there? 34 damage. Your flurry of attacks. First, the 2 arrows from Nara break through the glass of the back cart. The first arrow right into the chest of the robot as it quickly pulls out its pistol and aims it at you. Your second arrow goes right in the barrel of his gun and into its forehead as it kind of sticks the magnum to his forehead. And the Eldritch Blast both hit at the same time. One has more of a fiery look to it. The other kind of has more like a purpley, wispy look to it. The first fire one hits and blows one of its arms off. And then the last hit from Pox, as it just, this kind of purpley smoke seeps into it as its eyes goes dark as it falls over dead on the ground. That robot is taken care of. Nice job. next rolls here. This will be our last rolls for the night. We'll pick the rest of this up next time. We're going to have you guys do acrobatics checks to get onto the back of the cart. Those of you were that did fine with your animal handling checks, you're going to get advantage on this. So Zim, Declan, and Nara, you have a advantage on your acrobatics check. Isabella, Pox, Kithrak, straight rolls, please, for acrobatics. Natural 20 from Pox.
Question.
Almost a natural
Mid-air
20
flip.
from Kithrak. That's a 19. Question.
So is Braggy like closer to the train like than we are? Then I'm assuming is he
He's
a
like
bigger
riding
bumper?
directly behind it. Yeah, he's about to hop on himself.
Jeez, we are acrobats.
24.
Justin. I'll roll.
What's the meaning of life?
life?
42.
Oh.
24.
Okay, so
Jay, we're more of a 24
wow,
jump.
look at these acrobatics
looking
checks.
for-
Okay,
That's
so
a
is that
22
everybody?
jump.
Let me just roll for Braggy here. Okay, so all of you managed to hop onto the back of the train except for Zim. Zim, as you're hopping from the back of your horse onto the back of the train, your foot kind of slips and your horse actually does a tumble. Looks like it breaks some of its legs as well, but it's one of your summoned horses, so it's okay.
Yeah.
And as you go to latch onto the back of the train, your hands kind of holding on to the back of it are beginning to slip. Pox. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to immediately turn into a Grick, which has climbing speed.
Okay.
If I'm already holding onto it, so then
Okay.
I can like stab my feet into it.
Okay. So yeah, as you are holding on to it, you quickly turn into a Grick and latch onto the train with your climbing speed, which will keep you from falling off. Pox, you land perfectly as you kind of do a somersault through the window and land on your feet. The rest of you kind of pole vault over the edge of the cart and you're now inside. This train is a long silver train with black windows that the inside is kind of like a reddish velvety color, kind of like one of those classic like Hogwarts like trains. And the robot that's on the ground is now leaking oil all over the carpet as you are now in the back of the train itself, the very back cart, and it is moving quickly. Your horses veer off. Declan and Braggy, your horses know where to go, so they head back to where they're supposed to go. They've been trained. The rest of your horses, the two that you brought with you, not as trained. Go ahead and roll me animal handling checks as like those of you that had horses, the two that I think it would be Nara and maybe one other person. So whoever else wants to roll, Nara and somebody else, roll me animal handling checks to see if you can get those horses to go back where your cart is. So anyone who wants to roll, whoever rolls first with the animal handling can do it.
I have +1.
I can't. My horse died, so it's either Kathrak, Isabel, or Pox.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Pox did it.
So you're not
Can I
sure if
still
the
roll or
horses
no?
are heading back to your cart
There
or
you
not,
go.
but they're heading in that direction. So they do kind of veer off, and you did tell them where to go. You've kind of tried to train them, but you know they're still new, so you're not sure if they're going to make it exactly back to where you want them to. But they're headed in that direction. And as you're on the back of this cart, the robot's oil is leaking everywhere. You hear from its kind of walkie-talkie in the back. You hear hello. You there?
Hello.
And you hear the voice from the other end of this thing say, "I'm seeing some wild horses just kind of running off to the side of the desert. Kind of strange." And as you hear that, Pox or Isabella, which one of you guys is going to try and imitate? You didn't hear what this robot's voice sounds like, but you did hear what they sounded like a few days ago in game. Like a few in-game days ago, you heard what they sounded like. So either one of you, whoever wants to do a better deception check, can try this one out.
I think we both have the same charisma.
Up to you guys.
I have +8 on deception.
No, she
She
rolled.
has +8 too.
Gotcha.
Okay. So Isabella,
Oh,
did you guys want to talk that out? Who does that? I'm going to let you talk that out because I don't think you meant to just kind of throw
really
it
quick.
out there.
When you guys say +8, are you talking about your bonus, right?
Yeah.
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 Because I have +10 on deception.
Well,
Goddamn.
this particular skill is a little bit different than deception. This one, I'm letting them roll specifically because they're both known for like faking voices. Declan is more of like just like a liar, right?
He's not a liar. He's
I am
just
also a
good.
changeling.
Right. Well, I think we'll let Pox do this one since Isabella might be having some. We'll let Pox roll this one. Go for it. This will be our last roll of the night. Okay. So, with a 20, what do you say into the communication device, which does look like a walkie-talkie, kind of chilling on its side?
I kind of reach it up, like I bring it up. It's like there's a button, yeah.
Yeah.
Pull it up. I press the button, like, yeah, looked like something spooked them or something. I don't know. It must have been a branch on the tracks. Over.
Okay. You hear let me roll.
I let go of the button. We wait.
You hear back. Well, keep an eye out, because you never know when someone might try and hop on this thing. That'd be bad, wouldn't it?
Copy that. I'll keep my eyes peeled.
All right. Let's keep this gravy train rolling. We'll be in Drudgemore in just a few hours. This rate.
Focus up.
All right. That's where we're going to end it for today. So, as the train is moving quickly down the tracks, you guys are all in the back cart, or back car, I should say, and things are about to get crazy. So, sorry for starting late today, guys. Had a few tech issues, had people that needed to start late. No big deal, no worries. We'll try and finish this storyline up next week if that works for you, Jay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's check. What's
Next week is the 18th. You let me know if you can't make it, and if we need to, we'll push it to the 25th.
I can. I just will have a little bit of attention because that's when pre-patch for TBC is. So
Okay. So if you can spare a couple hours for us, that'd be great. If not, understood. We'll talk about that. I understand that that's a huge thing for Classic WoW and a huge thing for people who love that game. So no worries there. We'll talk about it. No worries. And thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for being a part of the episode today. We will see you next week. Maybe. I'll keep you updated. Follow my Twitter, twitter.com/CommanderTTV. And when will Jay sing, says Fupa? I guarantee it'll happen next episode.
Yeah. I'll come up with something. I'll be like, I'm gonna take my horse to the old railroad. I'm gonna steal till I can't no more. Something like that. I don't know.
I like that.
We got the horses in the back. I'm wrestling with Kethrak, making pot puke, making everyone mad.
I like it.
I don't know.
All right, we're gonna raid somebody cool that's got less viewers than me because I like doing that.
If I could make a suggestion, I have a friend that just started streaming. She's new completely.
Sure. Suggestion.
Sorry,
away.
I hate to be that person, but
no,
you know what I mean?
You're not that person. Who is it?
I
Let
am.
me take a look. What are they streaming?
Resident Evil: The Village.
Okay.
I'll send you the GM right now.
Absolutely.
She's completely new to Twitch streaming. She's one of my IRL friends.
Okay, you got it.
Appreciate
Jaws Waj. Is that right?
Yeah, Jaws Wash. Jaws Wash, yeah.
Jaws Waj. All right.
Or Jaws.
Give Jaws Waj some love, everybody. And join the raid. Please join up. Get in there. Give her some love. She's brand new to streaming. Give her a follow if you like what she's doing. She's Jay's friend. We'll throw we got to come up with a cool raid like thing, you know, like a D&D related thing. Like, I don't know.
D&D's nuts.
I tweeted that earlier.
That's a good one, Jimmy. Holy shit.
What about
How do you come up with this?
You want something cheesy? Like, is that what you want?
Yeah, I want like a cheesy D&D like slogan.
Like a
about,
roll of the dice. We're rolling with you.
Oh no.
You asked for this.
I'm a gentle guy.
I got one. I'm gonna type into the chat. I got a really good one. I'm gonna type into the chat.
Okay.
The only gentle roll from Commander stream.
Perfect. Love it. Wait,
Technical difficulties included.
Wait, is that a global emote?
That's my.
Oh, come on, man. We'll just type "Commander is bald" in all caps. Commander is bald. If you have the emotes, Commander Pog 1, Commander Pog 2. Commander is bald. You got 10 seconds to copy paste that if you're a sub. If you're not a sub, just do Commander is bald in all caps.
It won't let me copy paste.
I'll type it and I'll put my who's another bald emote. Okay, yeah,
All right, I
Asmund
get it.
bald.
yeah, there you go.